Hey Internet, it's me. So I wanted to talk about the new Miss Marvel show. However, I don't want to come at it from the racist, sexist, anti-Muslim, ridiculous standpoint that a lot of people have been coming at it. Even before the show came out, they had issues because, God forbid, a brown girl appear in something, even though that's 100% accurate to the comics themselves. But none of that is my issue. I am completely fine with the small Pakistani brown girl being in this show, because again, accurate to the comics. No, I just want to talk about the show itself and was it actually good? And honestly, kinda, yeah. I really went in with low expectations, mostly because, like I said, I like the comics. I actually like Miss Marvel comics. I like a lot of the new Young Avengers stuff they're doing. I'm a fan of the Marvel Rising series they did online. There were different YouTube shorts that starred Miss Marvel and Squirrel Girl and I'm forgetting names of people. Spider-Gwen was in there. It was a fun little series. It was well done. It looked good. It had Miss Marvel. It was great. And I like the comics. Again, I like the Young Avengers type stuff that they're doing now. So like Kate Bishop and Moon Girl. I'm a fan of all that stuff. You know, not every narrative needs to be just a white guy. I like new stories from different standpoints and different characters, and it's interesting and it's fun. So I really enjoyed this. But like I said, I had low expectations going in, only because in the trailers you see that they completely changed her powers. In the comics and in the other adaptations of them, she has basically Mr. Fantastic's powers. She can stretch out her body, or what she calls embiggen, and basically she can make herself really big. You know, she can stretch her arms out really long. She can do that kind of stuff, and that's her powers. In the show, she finds a magic bangle that gives her the power to create matter or force fields or some sort of cosmic manipulation. I don't know. It's not really explained yet. Only the first episode has come out. But already she's done stuff that she shouldn't be able to do. Her powers shouldn't accomplish that. So I'm still not a fan of that. I don't like that they changed it. And Kevin Feige even said ahead of time that yes, we changed her powers, but we had to for, I don't know if he gave a reason. But I disagree. I don't think they had to. I think they have enough money and they have the CGI capabilities that they can make any powers work for anyone, and there's no reason to change anything from the comics. If they can bring Rocket Raccoon to life, you can make Miss Marvel stretch. But yeah, aside from that gripe, I actually thought everything else in the show was really good. Obviously, it's made to be appreciated by teens. It's probably the youngest demo they've gone for with any of the Marvel stuff, but I don't think it's off-putting for the adults. And again, the comic is targeted for younger audiences. I think a lot of the stuff like Miss Marvel and Ironheart and Moon Girl and those kinds of things are to try and get a younger generation into comic books. Because, I mean, let's be honest, they're not going to get into the stuff that's been around for 70 years. I mean, really, before the MCU was even a thing, before the first movies came out, the heroes that we're all familiar with now, most people weren't familiar with. Iron Man was never a big name in Marvel. He wouldn't have even cracked the top 25 of their most popular characters. You know, everyone knew who Spider-Man was, but no one knew the Guardians of the Galaxy, or Doctor Strange, or Moon Knight, or half of these characters. So, I have no issues with what they're doing in getting one of these newer characters that's targeted at a younger audience and bringing her in. Honestly, I think it's kind of smart on their part. So I think that's really cool. I think we get a good look at a more unique character with a different background and different motivations. Basically, she's trying to figure out, you know, what's my path, what's my story, who do I want to be. So she's having that same, you know, conflict of self that a lot of the other superheroes have gone through. You know, Spider-Man's been basically on the same arc. At first, he was just mini Iron Man, and then Iron Man died. And now people are wondering, is he going to be his protege? Is he going to be the next Iron Man? And he basically has to figure out for himself how to become his own person and come into his own and basically make a name for himself. And I feel like they're doing a similar kind of arc here where Kamala Khan has to figure out, who am I going to be? You know, am I going to be this superhero that I'm obsessed with. You know, do I want to be the next Captain Marvel? Do I want to be just like her? Am I going to dress like her? Am I going to act like her? Or is she going to embrace her heritage and maybe be more the traditional girl that her parents want her to be, or some mix in the middle? I think it's interesting. I think it's a good story so far. It's very well acted. Everyone in the show actually does a great job. The mom, I absolutely love playing the character that she does, because in the comics she is kind of that overbearing, cares too much traditional mother who, if you ever watched Gilmore Girls, she's very similar to Kim. She's very similar to Kim's mom in that, you know, she wants her to follow her traditional values and to do these certain things because that's the way they've always been done and this and that. And in the show, Kamala's mom comes across basically the same way. And it's really cool. I like the dynamic. Like I said, it's very well acted. It comes across as very genuine. I think everything's done really well. The best friend in the show is, of course, a science genius, because apparently in the Marvel Universe, and this is not exclusive to the MCU, it's in the comics too, everyone is a super genius. So we had to have one in the show too. But no, he's interesting. I like that it comes across as very genuine that he's Kamala's best friend, even to the points where he's speaking Urdu very fluently in the episode. I think it's very well done. I think it's well acted. It's well written. I enjoyed the show a lot more than I thought I would. I have to see going forward how much it's going to bother me that her powers changed, because they did, and I don't love that. I don't think there's a reason for it. They could easily have kept her same powers and told any of the stories that they've already told in the books. I mean, her motivations and her character arc could still be the same. She could just have her own powers and not the same cosmic powers that, like, Captain Marvel already has. But other than that, I think it's really great. If you're one of those people that going in hated it because it starred a little brown girl, then you're still going to hate it for that same reason. But honestly, you're an idiot, so your opinions don't really matter. And to everyone else who is just on the fence as to, am I going to like this, am I not going to like this, give it a go. Because it's better than I was expecting. I'm a huge fan of the comics. And if you're a fan of the comics, or even just a fan of the MCU so far, you're going to like this. It is, like I mentioned earlier, targeted kind of toward, you know, a younger demo. But it's not as cheesy as like a CW show. You know, this feels like a little more genuine, definitely better acted than any of the CW shows. And I don't feel like this is going to devolve into a lot of will they, won't they relationship drama. This seems like it's going to be more of an interpersonal, you know, character-driven arc, figuring out like her motivations and who she's going to be and all of that. So I feel like this is probably going to have a better payoff than some like the CW shows or the other teen-based things. I think this is going to give the character a little more gravitas and just make her more centric and not trivialize everything. And again, I'm just taking all this from the first episode, so obviously things could change. Maybe production will be horrible. I don't know. But so far, just with the writing and the acting and the way it's going, I think this is going to be done well. I am actually looking forward to where it goes. I'm hoping at some point we figure out why her powers were changed. Like, maybe they need to be the powers they are to accomplish something later on, and I hope that's the case. I hope it wasn't just a trivial change for nothing. But yeah, the show was really good. I enjoyed it. If you like the MCU, you probably will too. Definitely give it a go. And to all the sexist, racist idiots out there, I'm glad y'all aren't watching it. I hope you hate it. I hope you continue to not watch anything Marvel puts out, because I don't want to be lumped in with you ass clowns when I say that I'm a fan of the Marvel Universe. So yeah, I've said my piece, and that's that. Go enjoy the show, or do something else, because I'm not your mom. Or am I?